Continuing on from our previous video, we are now going to troubleshoot our AVC denial message that popped up when we tried to start our SSH service. Let's click on our AVC denial message. Here we can see what the problem is that selinux is reporting, that we can't properly read the etc ssh sshd config file. Below this, we are told that selinux denied access to the SSH daemon because our sshd config file may be mislabeled. Let's click on Show Full Report to see what else it tells us. We see the same summary and detailed information as above, but below that we see a possible fix to the problem. According to this, the fix is to run the restore con command, which is a tool that restores file and directory security context, and we are told to run the restore con command on the hidden SSH file in root's home directory. Below this, under additional information, we can see the details of what happened. Our source context shows us that the SSHD type was trying to access the target context, here, which refers to the root user's home directory. The target object itself is the SSHD config file. I want to quickly show you that we can see the same message with the sealert command from the shell. The sealert command lets us parse the same audit.log file that the SELinux security alert window shows us. And as we can see, it is the exact same information that the window shows us. Back in our graphical window, we see that we have a button that will restore the file context for us. Let's try that first to see if it fixes our problem. Now let's delete out the message since we attempted to resolve it. And let's try and start the SSH service again. Well, it appears that we still have a problem. Let's take a look at the alert message. It appears that there is still an issue with the SSHD config file. Yet we are told that the fix would be to restore the context on our hidden SSH file in the root user's home directory. We tried that and we still have a problem. Now I don't want you to think that the sealert tool won't fix any of your SELinux issues for you. It will actually do a great job of correcting many issues you may come across. The sealert tool is helpful with pointing us in the direction of what the possible root cause of our error is. If we take a look at the details again, we see that the target object, which is our SSHD config file, has a target context that looks odd. We see that the config file is under the etc directory, yet the target context shows a label for the admin home directory. Let's use the restore con command to attempt to relabel that file, since the labeling doesn't look like it is correct. Now let's check the file context. And now we see that we have the type field of our context set to etc. Let's see if that fixed the problem. And there we go, the service started and we have no alerts. What if you knew what the security context was supposed to be? Don't worry, you are not expected to memorize security context, but here is how you can manually set it if you knew what the appropriate context should be. First, let's change the context back to admin home t. Okay, if we knew that the context was supposed to be etc_t, we can manually set it with the chcon command. The -t option tells chcon what security context we want to set on our sshd config file. However, the chcon command is only a temporary fix. Using the chcon command to change a security context will survive a reboot, but it will not survive a file system relabel. In order to make the security context change permanent, you will need to use the semanage command. Then we need to run the restoreCon command to restore the file's default security context. Now, in the event that the file system gets relabeled, our security context on the sshd config file will remain. Take a look at the man pages for the commands used in this video to learn more about them.